What's going on, guys? Welcome to the GrizzlyDen. I am your host, Big J. This is the first ever episode, so we're going to talk about a few different things. As you can see, I'm clearly a huge fan of the Chicago Bears, okay? Our Chicago Bears. I'm a huge fan. I truly believe in Caleb. I truly believe in Rome, DJ, the O-line, Ben Johnson, Cole Kmet, that tight end room. There's so much that I believe in the Bears in this upcoming season that I really believe, man. I think we're the dark horse of the NFL. I think we're truly the one that's gonna flip. You know, like we're gonna go from zero to hero real quick. Like last year was a fluke. Okay, like let's fully blame it on freaking most ever loss name here. You know who I'm talking about. And Shane freaking Waldron, right? Let's talk about those guys for a second. What's a timeout, man? You know what I'm saying? What is clock management? Accountability? Proper coaching. I mean, shall I go on? But let's not dwell on the past too much, right? That's in the past for a reason. We now have Ben freaking Johnson, right? Okay? I mean, can we all agree that that was a slam dunk? That was an amazing grab, and we're all so happy that's what's going on. Caleb, I think, is going to take a huge step forward. But another big reason, honestly, that I've even started up this channel is because I can't stand the slander any longer. Okay? The Bears are such an underrated, an underappreciated team. Okay? And I'm here to say, hey, it's Dub City from here on out. Okay? It's Dub City. Right? So with that being said, we're going to cover a lot of different segments on this channel. We will live stream mine and my family's reaction to the upcoming season. Of course, we won't be able to stream any of the actual games to you guys, but you'll be able to see our live reactions. What's going down, what's happening with the Bears, as well as anything from like I said, the live streams, as well as we'll do big updates that come to the channel or to the Bears, whether that being pickups, trades, speculations, rumors. We'll cover it all on this channel. So with our first segment, what we're going to be talking about is training camp. So training camp runs all the way from July 25th to August 22nd, the last preseason game against the Chiefs. There are 3 preseason games, one on August 22nd, August 17th, and August 10th. August 10th is against the Dolphins, August 17th is against the Bills, and August 22nd, like I said, is against the Chiefs. There are multiple public practice days where if you are in the Chicago area, I say Chicago area, just in Illinois, you have access to going to, or anybody has access to going to these public practices. There's July 25th to the 26th, July 29th to the 31st, August 2nd, August 7th, August 13th, and 14th as well. As well as there are 2 public joint practices with the Dolphins and Bills before each preseason game. Now that we've kind of covered the training camp, let's talk about the schedule. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. What do we think of this Chicago Bears team? What do we think that they're going to go this year? I mean, as you can see, this is a pretty hard schedule. I mean, right here, Caesar Sportsbook even says we have the second hardest schedule at a .571. Now that's a pretty decently hard schedule considering we went 5-12 last year. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I said, that was a fluke because of the. Let me stop. I don't need to go on another rant. So let's kind of break down the schedule as we go. Number one, we start out with the Vikings at home. Season opener, Monday Night Football. Then we go to Detroit with the Lions. Then the Cowboys come to us. Freaking Matt Everflus. Then we go to the Las Vegas. Then we go on a bye week. The bye week early is crazy. I don't know how I feel about it. Because if we start off rough, like how I'm hoping we're not gonna, then I mean, we'll be good. Because then the bye week will give us a chance to pause the breaks. Ben Johnson can switch some stuff around, clean it up, start us afresh. But if we're starting off hot, like, I mean, that might be a bump in the road. You know what I'm saying? Or it might be a chance to continue to prep it up. But then next we go to Washington for that revenge game. Excited to break that one down. Saints at home, Baltimore, or the Ravens in Baltimore, the Bengals at Cincinnati, the Giants come to us, then we're at Minnesota, then we take on Rodgers at Soldier Field, Philadelphia Eagles in Philly, the stinking Packers in Lambeau, but then we go back home to the Browns, and then the Packers again. And then we go out to San Fran to go take on San Fran, and then we come back home to finish the season against Detroit. So what I'm going to do is I'll do a whole breakdown video of why I believe each one of these are the way they are. But I'm going to give you my record or my piece of mind here as just a quick snippet. So, week 1, game 1, J.J. McCarthy's first game in the NFL. I think we walk him. I think we take him on. I think we beat him. I think Dennis Allen draws something up that J.J. is just not ready for. As well as I think, let's think here. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Caleb dropped crazy numbers against Brian Flores' defense last year. He's going to do it again to start off the season. And now with that revamped O-line, I mean, yeah, he's not getting sacked like he did last year, and we're scoring some tuggies on Minnesota. Let's give it a dub. Start 1-0. Going to Detroit. Now, Detroit starting or losing Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, losing a bunch of their coaching staff. Frank Ragnow is now retired, so they have that rookie center in. Now, I'm not saying Tate Ratledge is not a decent center or not a decent O-lineman. He's a rookie. And with Grady Jarrett, Dio Dangbo, Javon Dexter, Montez Sweat, I mean, that front line. And again, they still got Jahmyr Gibbs. They still got Monty. They still got Amon-Ra. They still got J-Mo Williams. Sorry. J-Mo Williams. Man, Ben's return to Detroit, though. Give me a loss to the Detroit Lions. I hate to say it. But we start off 1-1 because this Ben, I don't know, going back to Motor City, I feel like he's gonna come in real hot. He's gonna come in. He's gonna try a bunch of different trick plays, try to overdo it maybe because he wants to show like, look, I'm a bear now, and it might come around, backfire, and bite him in the ass. We're still young. We're still developing the chemistry that the Lions have. I mean, it's still there. So give me 1-1 to start the season. Now coming home, Cowboys, right? Brian Schottenheimer. Or Schottenheimer or whatever his name is. And Eberflus is coming back. Coming back to the Windy City to take us on. We're going to show them what a real offense and defense is behind a coach that they actually believe in, Ben Johnson. We're going to squash the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to smack them around, boy. We're going to actually take their head off and just smack the schmuck out of them. You understand me? Raiders. Let's talk about Pete Carroll, Geno Smith. That's a decent tandem. I'm not going to lie to you. That's a decent tandem. And of them picking up Ashton Genty in the draft, the running back I wanted so bad. But can we talk? Who's real? I mean, Hunter Renfrow. So I heard he's pretty decent. Jacoby Myers is their receiving core. Brock Bowers, you know. Max Crosby on defense. Who else they got? You know, I think Ben Johnson is just too much for old man Pete Carroll, man. He's not going to be able to scheme it up. He's not going to be able to take him down. And Dennis Allen's going to walk all over. It's just going to crush Ashton Genty's spirit. Grady Jarrett's going to just keep digging him up. He's like, look, I'm going to welcome you to the NFL there, Rook. Give me a W. Give me a 3-1 going into the bye week in week 5. 3-1. Oh, that's a pretty happy freaking going to the bye, right? I mean, we went into the bye 4-2 last time, right? Now we come out of the bye. Week 6. Going to Washington. Jaden freaking Daniels. Everybody's like, oh, Jaden is so great. Jaden's so amazing. Jaden is not. Okay, here's why Jaden looks so good. It's because Cliff Kingsbury, right, the offensive coordinator for the Washington Commanders, was USC's freaking offensive coordinator while Caleb was there. We had a chance to bring Cliff Kingsbury in as our offensive coordinator, but Matt Eberflus decided he's going to freaking jack off and go get Shane freaking Waldron. Cliff Kingsbury made it easy enough for Jaden Daniels to understand an NFL offense because Cliff Kingsbury has been both in college and the NFL. He was able to get Jaden in a great position to transition into the NFL smoothly. Now I'm not going to take away from Jaden Daniels being decent. He's good. But I will flat out say it right now. I'm a Jaden Daniels hater. I cannot stand him. Everybody is a dick rider for him. I can't do it. I hate it. And the slander, I mean, let's look. I'm going to come up with a video here soon of the Caleb Williams slander. It is ridiculous. Why? Because the numbers are crazy similar from last season, and Caleb had his offensive coordinator fired and his head coach fired. Like, let's get back on track. I say we get our revenge. I say we take them down 4-1. 4-1. We take down Jaden Daniels, and Caleb becomes the new scariest, biggest, baddest QB in the NFL. Okay? Now, let's talk about going back home to the Saints. You tell me we're going 5-1? You're gonna tell me we're going 5-1 in the first 7 weeks? We're going 5-1 in the first 7 weeks. 5-1, absolutely, 5-1. Okay. Now on to the Ravens, man. The Ravens. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Roquan Smith. Man, Roquan freaking Smith. Am I right? Like, why did Ryan Poles think it would be smarter to bring in Tremaine Edmonds than keep one of the best middle linebackers in Roquan Smith? Not the one of. I mean, come on. Eberflus. I mean, it's just crazy. Now we go on to face the Bengals in Cincinnati. I mean, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Not too worried about their defense, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't get a contract done with Shamar Stewart. Can't get a contract done with Trey Hendrickson. I mean, what y'all think about that? I'd love to hear in the comments what you guys think about. You think we could trade for Trey Hendrickson? Pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Trading for Trey Hendrickson. Then again, Trey Hendrickson is going to ask for a lot of money. He's probably going to ask, upwards of what Myles Garrett got, $40 million a year. Probably going to ask for 34 to 36 a year. I don't think we have that in the salary. What sucks with Trey Hendrickson, I feel like, honestly, if we took Trey Hendrickson, we'd go Super Bowl this year. You know what I'm saying? But I'll make another video about all the different prospects and all the different draft people, or all the different draft prospects and college players that I'm going to be keeping an eye on. We'll react to different games that they, different highlights that that each game in the college season, things of that nature. So, to go back to the Bengals, I don't even think I said whether we won or lost against the Ravens. Look, we're going to end up 5-2 against the Ravens. Man, it'd be one hell of an upset. It'd be really cool. But I don't know. I think that backfield with Lamar and Derrick Henry is they have a great O-line too. Mark Andrews. They picked up DeAndre Hopkins, but whatever. Their secondary is pretty damn good. So, I think it's going to end up 5-2 at Week 8. Week 9 against the Bengals. Like I was saying, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. Those guys are really the biggest few, and I think if we lock them down, we could upset them. And I'm going to go a W on the Bengals. 6-2. W against the Bengals. You heard it here. W against the Bengals. And then we go, and then the Giants come, okay? Look, the Giants are a big sleeper team because, Malik Neighbors is the only real threat on offense, I feel like. But defense, their defense is crazy. Abdul Carter now. Who else? Oh, man. What's his name? I'm blanking on all Giants players right now. But their D-line, and Brian Burns. They've got Brian Burns, Abdul Carter. Dude, there's a big guy that I'm trying to think of that I just can't think of right now. But their defense is actually pretty decent. I still think we're going to win. 7-2. I still think we're gonna be going crazy this year. the Vikings. Here's what I feel like. Because Kevin O'Connell probably got him in a rhythm. In Minnesota, I think they're going to get the better of us. 7-3. We're being realistic. 7-3. Steelers come home. We are smashing Rodgers. You hear me, Aaron Rodgers? We are smashing you. Smashing you. 8-3. Smashing. I'm talking 35-3. You're not going to be able to move the ball. No. Ben Johnson's going to take that to heart. He's going to be like, man, Aaron Rodgers, we're taking you down, boy. 8-3. 8-3, week 12. 8-3, week 12, ladies and gentlemen. From 5-12 to 8-3 in week 12 is just insane. Going to Philadelphia. Saquon, AJ. I mean, going 8-4. Sadly to say, I think the Eagles get the better of us. I do. And I hate to say that. I think the Eagles get the better of us. Saquon is just a monster. And then with A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts, I mean, that O-line is incredible. I mean, don't get me wrong. That defense, Cooper DeJean, Reed Blankenship, I mean, Quinion Mitchell, those guys are crazy. Those guys are crazy. So that's 8-4. And going into the first game against the disgusting, the vile and nasty Green Bay Packers. Okay? Talking about a 9-4 record because we're smashing the Packers in Lambeau again. Caleb's going to stay king of Lambeau. King of Lambeau Field. You hear me? And then we're going to come home and ride high as hell and smash the Browns. We just got to contain Myles Garrett. Denzel Ward's a pretty decent one. He'll probably be on DJ or Rome, whoever's going crazy this year. Maybe Luther. Contain Myles Garrett. And then Denzel Ward's probably going to be more focused on DJ Moore and or whoever the top receiving leader is at the time. I mean, I feel like they're going to spread the ball like crazy. I know you guys are probably like, I'm not showing Colton Loveland enough love. It's just, I haven't got to it. I mean, like I said, I'm excited for all of the room, all of everything, but we're just gonna have to see how it really goes. Now we're gonna be riding high, right? Because it's gonna be, like I said, 9-4. Then the Browns 10-4 record, a 10-4 record. Can we believe that, people? A 10-4 record. Going against the Packers again at home. Man, and we smash them. This is the first time we ever sweep, ever. This is the first time in a long time that we sweep the Packers and smash them, boy. And we bring all them Packers-loving sons of guns down a peg. We bring them down and show them that, hey, we ain't some pushover, boy. We really out here. We really the Bears, boy. You know what I'm saying? So, that is an 11-4 record going on to the last 2 weeks of the series. 11-4 is pretty crazy, okay? 11-4. I mean, San Francisco has lost so much. Has lost so many just key contributors, I would say. I mean, Debo. I mean, they lost. I was about to name them all, but I don't know San Fran like that. They lost a lot of key contributors. Then again, I still feel like they're going to be tough since they're riding high off a lot of wins because they have the easy schedule. I think Caesar Sportsbook has them at a .415 as the easiest schedule in this season. So I think they might be riding high. Kyle Shanahan can still scheme it up. I think we take a loss. I think that's an 11-5, and that's a loss. We go into against Detroit as who's going to be the number 1 seed in the NFC. I think that for real. And we're going to come out on top. We're going to get revenge at home. At freaking home, we're going to get revenge, and we're going to win to get the number 1 seed in the playoffs at 12-5. At a 12-5 record to start the playoffs. Caleb and Ben Johnson's first run. I think we go. Nah, we're not going to the ship this year. We're not going to the ship this year. There's no way. That's thinking I'm super optimistic. I say we honestly either get kicked out in the conference round, in the conference championship. Yeah, we'll probably get kicked out. We'll probably lose in the conference championship. Come raring back next year. Next year, I think. With if we pick up some of the accolades or some of the prospects that I'm talking about, or I make the video about, then I think we'll have a pretty good season next year. But this year, I think we can go to the conference championship. I do. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, please like the video up. I would love it if you subscribe. Love it if you show up and show out. In the comments, write bear down. Am I being too optimistic with a 12-5 record? Do you think I'm going crazy? Call me out on where you think I'm going wild. I'd love to know your guys' guesses on the record. If you're standing strong with me at 12-5, you think I did a pretty good assessment. I'm gonna have a couple more videos come out here soon. I'm gonna do a lot here. Like I said, please subscribe to the channel. We're gonna do if there's any news, trades, any big rumors, any big things happening with the Bears. We're gonna live stream mine and my family's reaction. Like I said, to every game, preseason game. We're gonna I'll do reactions to college athletes that I'm really interested in next year's draft. With that being said, bear the frick down. Let's go Chicago Bears. FGB, you know what I'm saying? The Packers. That's all I gotta say. I'm your host, Jay, with the GrizzlyDen. You guys have a good one, and tune in to the next episode.